and I'm the Global Head of Curriculum Development for GrapeSEED. Today I'd like to talk to you about each of the components that we have in our program and what we use them for. Each of the components, whether it's songs or poems or action activities, have a specific purpose. We know that there are many things that lead to learning a language, and we've divided those into different components to teach different things. And so everything has a purpose, and together they make a rich language learning opportunity. Action activities include action words and commands so that students learn to listen carefully to the teacher. It gives them an opportunity for kinesthetic learning, and it actually gives them a break from sitting. Our songs are jam-packed with vocabulary words, and each one provides the words in different contexts, so students have a much richer understanding of each word. Shared reading big books are just what they sound like. They're big books that teachers use to teach the concepts of print. So the fact that in English language the print goes from left to right and from top to bottom, how you open a book, those are the very beginning ones. But also as you go through, you learn about punctuation, you learn about decoding words and blending sounds together to make words. We use Chants in GrapeSEED to help students with language functions. They are a call and response, so it's question and answer. It really helps them to understand language functions and how to use them in conversation. So as students learn them and memorize them, they can take those same language functions and use them in regular conversation outside of the classroom. We use stories in our curriculum because stories are engaging for kids. It helps us to use both language functions and the vocabulary that they're learning. Through telling the stories, teachers can use gestures and they can use facial expressions, and they get students involved in the storyline. The vocabulary picture cards each contain one word with an illustration of that word. The reason we use them is because it helps students when they're hearing one word at a time to be able to connect it with a picture to understand what that word means. Eventually they can also use the letters that make up the word to be able to recognize certain words when they're reading. We use Phonogram cards to help students connect the sound that they hear with the phonogram and the physical appearance of the card. They are connecting what the letter looks like with the sound, and then learning how to use that when they build the sounds together to make words. Every unit has a story dictionary that is chock full of vocabulary and language functions from the previous unit. We want review to be built in strategically in our curriculum, and so by using the story dictionary, students have an opportunity to continually review what they've learned previously to help move it from short-term to long-term memory. Shared reading poems are the other part of our shared reading time. It's the other language arts component where students are learning concepts of print, except for with this one they also learn rhyming. Another important component of our program that doesn't happen during TSI class is REP, and that stands for Repeated Exposure and Practice. And we know that the more opportunity students have to be exposed to English, the faster they'll learn. And so REP happens outside of TSI class, either in the school or at home, hopefully both, where students just get more practice, more time with the components that they've learned in the classroom. GrapeSEED is a comprehensive curriculum because we have a scope and sequence, we have a path for students learning, we have objectives for every component that we use, we have formative assessment built in, and teacher support, so everything that you would need in a curriculum we provide.